Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial. People have been wondering how I professionally or semi-professionally record my songs. My new songs have been getting better quality, been more on key, no auto-tune and the like. And the quality has gotten much better. I've been doing covers, happens to be, but still. How do I get this quality? So first, we're going to get into it. Let's say I want to do this cover of Benny Friedman, English Click. Beautiful song. Um, so first we're going to start off, you go to bandlab.com. And for those of you that can't read, I feel sorry for you. Bandlab.com, I already have an account, but you're going to want to create an account and then sign in. Um, so we're just, may take a short while. My internet is slow. Now you're going to want to click on the top right here. It says plus create. If you're colorblind, it's red. If you're colorblind, then exit this tutorial. I'm just joking. No, do what you want. But either way, you're going to want to click that. It's going to take a short while, so please bear with me. I'm going to have a few options once we get in there. So even before we start recording, I'm going to have a few options. It's already opened in another tab. Okay. You already have this opened here. So you're going to get a few options. Let's say we add track. So when you create a track, they're going to give you these few options. Voice and audio, if you want to record instruments using the MIDI instruments there, professional. Great, drum machine, sampler, bass, guitar. We want just basic voice and audio. If you have your audio recorded beforehand and you just want to edit that, you don't want to record anything, just click import audio / MIDI and you'll be able to choose any audio track that on your computer of your choice. So you can choose many different things. Bandlab sound is something else if you want some inspiration. Basic voice and audio. I already have this recorded, so I'm gonna just delete this track. I'm not gonna use this right now. And you're gonna click this red record button right over here. It's gonna give you 4 clicks, which is gonna warns you when the recording starts. After those 4 clicks, the recording actually officially starts, and those 4 clicks warn you. Now you can go over here to the metronome and you can tell it over here the counting duration. Do you want 1 bar or 2 bars? Or do you just want it completely off? You can change the metronome volume, how many taps, and you can change obviously the tempo of the metronome by clicking this thing. If you already have your vocals recorded, it's gonna prompt you to ask you whether you want to change the song to the new tempo, meaning the song will become slower or faster, or just change the metronome. And you can change the timing as well of the metronome, not just infinite BPM, but 4 beats per measure. And you can change the key of the song. Right now, that's not so important. So I already have this recorded. We can give it a listen. Not going to be very good, but not very good. And you see it starting all the way over here. There's a reason for that. Because what I do is I don't just sing. What I usually do is I like to listen to the recording, original recording, when recording, because if you have something backing you, like a musical accompaniment, you're more likely, at least in my experience, and I know some friends of mine also, they tend to be more on key when they're singing with instruments, and when they're not singing with instruments, they wouldn't necessarily be very on key. Okay, I'm listening to the original image clip by Freeman. What I do is I press record. I click on here because once the recording starts, you're gonna have to immediately. Then you're gonna have to go back and then find the record button, press it, then wait for it to start. And by that time, the song's gonna have already started. So I start the song, I start the recording rather. I go back here, I click play, and then that's why the audio starts so far in. Now we're gonna want to figure out, I don't know what key the song is. I'm gonna wanna, so just a few things before we work on the pitch correction, whatever it is. What I always do is I right click on the audio track and I click denoise. What happens there is it denoises the track, takes out some unnecessary background noise. It's not perfect. Obviously, I live right by the highway. If there are loud truck sounds honking, it's not going to necessarily take all of that out. But some basic sounds, it's going to take a short while because it's a long audio track. And that's just, it's going to take out some background noise. Um, I also use some other effects. We're not going to work with that right now. Um, so I want to find out what key the song is in. So I'm going to, of course, I'll copy the original song. And we want to download it. That's easy. Now, if you want a tip, I use ytempathy.cc. You can use whatever website you want. I don't think this is the the safest website, but it works and it's much easier. You don't have to, you just paste it and automatically download. But you see, it gets this extra thing here before it actually downloads. So you might want to watch out for that. But yeah, we're gonna want to exit this out. Okay, we have that downloaded. Now, a quick tip is that you can simply drag, once it finishes downloaded, we're gonna have to wait for it to finish downloading. But just to let you know, you can either, if you know the key, you can put the key to the song right over there. If you don't know the key, once you download the track, you just click drop loop or an audio/MIDI file, and once it uploads it, it'll automatically detect the key and make the key to that song. And it's pretty accurate. I think it's a good. Um, well, I like to usually work with the vocals before I have the audio track. You can solo the audio track, you can mute it, whatever But it's I generally don't like to work with that. So almost done. So I don't normally like to do this, but we'll see how it works. Now it is done. So you'll see that once it uploads, now this is not the instrumental version. We're not going to talk now necessarily about instrumental version. So we're going to upload it just to see how it works. And it's going to automatically, it's going to take a while because my internet. But we have so many tabs open here, we can close these for now. So it's going to take a while, but once it uploads, it's going to change the key. Now, I generally see it automatically changes it to G B major. We're going to delete that. I'm not working with the track right now. It doesn't change the BPM. What I like to do is go to tunebat.com/analyzer. This works very well. It's a very good website. And what this is going to, whoops. Okay, let's see. Key and BPM finder. That's what we want. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Now, well, it's gonna take also a minute or two. But we're gonna select a file. Da-dee-da. You're gonna upload it, simply upload it, and it'll automatically detect the key and the beats per minute, the BPM, which is the timing of the song. And you have other options as you see here: energy, danceability, happiness. That's if you pay for it. I don't know what those things really mean. I don't really know how they help. And frankly, I don't find it worth it to pay to save. And you can save your results with Pro, so meaning if you don't remember the key of the song you uploaded, you don't have to upload it a second time to get it. You can just simply click on your saved results. Either way, it's not, to me, I don't really, it's just takes a minute or two, and you can easily find the key of the song. Okay, so as you can see here, it shows you the key is E B minor, which is interesting because BandLab, when you uploaded the thing, said it was GB major. But and it tells you the alternate key. I'm not sure what that means. The BPM is 103, and again the other stuff you need to upgrade your account. So this says E B minor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to see. It's not too hard to see. Click on the audio track. We're gonna pitch correct it. We're not gonna auto tune it yet. We're gonna pitch correct it. Click on auto pitch TM trademark. Go right over there. Click enable, and gonna automatically pitch it to the project key, which is GB major. Let's see how that sounds. Sounds pretty good. Let's just see on E B minor. I don't. Okay, it sounds pretty good. I mean, let's go with GB major. But they both sound pretty good. Not really very musical, so I don't know what the difference is. They sound pretty much the same, but. So then we're gonna work with a few things. Let's just see to the chorus. Okay, so that sounds good. Okay, so you see here, it sounds okay, but the pitch correction sounds pretty on key. The pitch correction. Now you're probably saying like, you're probably saying, Zeb, what are you talking about? Zeb, what are you talking about? It sounds so auto-tuned. Not just pitch, it's auto-tuned. Yes, it is auto-tuned. Now why? Why is it auto-tuned? Pitch correction is what makes it on key. All these things that's gonna pitch it. This round button here on the side is auto-tune. Right now it is auto set to the heaviest. Auto-tune gives it a T-Pain effect, and what's it called? Gives it that robotic computerized effect that was first used by Cher in the 1990s and made popular by T-Pain, which is why it's known as a T-Pain effect. So right now it's at its heaviest, it's gonna sound auto-tune, but if we turn it up, it won't sound auto-tuned. It may sound slightly auto-tuned, especially if you're probably off key, because when trying to pitch it, it may have to use a bit. But let's just so it sounds so much better that way, less auto-tuned, and it's not perfect, but we're going to work with it. We're going to also click here FX effects. I always use pitch correction and I always use effects. You can play around. I always use, no matter what, I use this ambient rocker. It gives it more of a fuller sound. You don't need to worry about these things, at least I don't. And it gives it that fuller sound. You can play around with all sorts of different effects as you choose them. But we're just going to work with that. Get it more of a fuller effect. I don't know why there's an echo there. That does not. Oh, whoops. There shouldn't be any echo there, but don't know. Usually there's no echo. I don't know why that's happening. But so now it's pretty low. The volume's pretty low, even though we turned it all the way up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add at least 2 more audio tracks. Because my volume now is at 54 in order to hear to 44 in order to hear it somewhat to hear loud. Which you may not want to do that. So I'm gonna add 2 audio tracks, make them all at the highest volume. I'm gonna click on this audio track, I'm gonna copy it, I'm gonna paste it over here. Make sure your white marker is all the way at the front, because then it's gonna paste it to the white marker, and that's what you want to do. Paste it. Now what happens is it pastes the original audio track, but it doesn't paste it with your saved settings. So you see the auto pitch is still off. It's not going to be auto tune, it's going to sound weird. So if we turn this off, yeah, it sounds off. So you want to enable the auto pitch, project key, turn it down, do the same thing for here. Enable, turn it all the way down, automatically pitches it to GB major, to the project key, which is very cool. Then you want to click on it and also add the ambient rocker effect. I always do that because whoops, no, we turned it off by accident. Whoops. And add ambient rocker. There we go. My nose is not working out. And if you want to hear it sound separately, if you make sure you did it correctly, you can solo the track, or you can mute the other tracks by clicking mute, and you can hear how it sounds separately. Alright, you hear that one track. Now it sounds together, it's going to sound much louder. But it's not going to sound like a choir. It's just going to sound like you're singing much louder. So I turned the volume all the way down to 14 and I was able to hear it clear, and it sounds like one track. It sounds like you are singing this, not multiple yous are singing it. I mean, I think there's a official term called like a doubler effect. Much easier with professional DAWs where you pay money, but it's pretty good. So we got that, and then well, if you hear something that doesn't sound right, you can slice it. Right, so here that doesn't sound. You can slice it, and then you can move audio clips around and trim it and the like. You can delete things. What also you can do, you can drag your mouse cursor over all the audio tracks and then edit those as one track. So here, if you click slice, it'll slice all 3 audio tracks instead of doing each one separately. So then what you want to do is you have a few options here. You can either save it, which will make it private, no one else can see it unless only you can listen to it, unless you share with someone else, obviously. And or you can publish it. BandLab is also music, social media, so it'll allow other people, anyone to click on it to listen to it and to comment, share, and like, and whatever. You can save product name as I'm gonna save it as MSKG. Make sure to save it before, to rename it before you save it, because once you save it, it's not gonna save.